Sam. It's so nice to meet
nice
you.
To meet you.
My name's Michelle Bryan. You can call me Michelle.
Okay.
Do you prefer to be called Sam, or is there something else that you go by?
I usually go by Sammy. That's what my friends call me.
Okay, I can call you Sammy. Did you find my office okay? I know you've been here for about a year now, but my office is like completely around back, and it's weird.
Yeah, usually I go up to the front one, so it was a little weird coming back here. But
It's
it wasn't
like a
bad.
maze.
One of the ladies up there helped me back here, so.
Good. So I know you've been coming here for almost a year, and you've been seeing different people in the team, and that this is your last visit. I just wanted to meet with you to go over. Well, first I want to let you know what the role and purpose of what I'm doing here is.
Okay.
Basically, I just want to make sure that you have the proper references and resources that you need to continue to better your life. You've come such a long way since you've been working with us, and we just want to see you continue to succeed. So I just wanted to go over before we begin like a few rules that I have so that we're on the same page and everything's clearly laid out. So number one is the confidentiality. I know that other people that you've probably seen have already told you that we share notes and like your history and everything is stored in a database, and we all have access to them. So anything that you say to me will go in that database where all of the team members that you've already worked with can see it, but nothing else will ever leave this place. If anyone wants your information, you would have to sign off on that, or if you want us to send any of your history, like to a future someone that you're working with, you have to sign off on that also. So everything's confidential in this organization.
So did you like update on me? Get the update on me?
I
about
did.
Me?
I went into your history just to see, and it looks like you've come such a long ways, and that's amazing. So I do know a little bit of your history, but I want to get to know you a little bit better before we end this. Second, I'm a mandated reporter. So if you say anything to me where it sounds like you could harm yourself or harm someone else, I have to report it. Just like everyone else that you've talked to. I'm sure you've already heard this speech before. I know, I've got to say it. Also, if it's okay with you, I like to take notes. I know not everybody does, but I want to make sure that I remember everything that you said and that I get it down right. So if that's okay with you, I'll be taking notes throughout our visit together. Okay. Well, if everything sounds good, I'm going to have you sign this informed consent. It just goes over everything that we've covered. Make sure that you understand everything. Do you have any questions?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. You can just sign on the line for me. Thanks. So now that we have that signed, can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
I moved over here with my parents and two of my brothers. I had a couple family members stay back there. I have 5 brothers and sisters.
Wow. Yes. And where'd you move from?
Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And we couldn't take all of them, so we were hoping the oldest children came to help get my parents established here and to help bring them back over. But then my parents fell ill, and my 2 brothers stayed to help take care of them. So I was really the only one kind of making my way in the family and making money. So I moved out on my own, and I just kind of went around working under the table jobs for cash. I don't have a birth certificate, I didn't have a birth certificate or anything. But
and it's really hard to get a job or an apartment or anything without that.
So I just kind of went around and did whatever I could to get some jobs. I have a friend who would call me if he had something that opened up. I did a lot of yard work and stuff like that.
Okay. So about your time and experience in the program, how's that been for you?
I think it's been really great. You guys have helped me come a really long way. When I first came here, I didn't have my birth certificate, like I said. That was the first thing you guys helped me with. It took a while, but now I do have it. I just got it a couple months ago, actually.
That's great.
So, yeah, I'm using it to look for new jobs. As I bounced around from friend to friend before I knew you, I thought I didn't have any money, so I just stayed on couches whenever I could. You guys set me up in a couple shelters at first, but they didn't really like my friends. So
when you say they didn't like your friends, what about them did they not like?
Well, my friends don't have the best job, I guess. They sell drugs and stuff like that.
Okay.
That's what they do, and so they didn't want that stuff around the shelter, so I was
That's understandable. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then also, a few months ago, when I was meeting with a team member, I think I meet with you guys like once a week. It's always somebody different. But I was meeting with a medical student at the time, and he was asking me a little bit about my history, and I've been having some intestinal issues and stuff like that. And he was able to help me get some medical tests, and he was able to help me see some doctors, and they actually found out that I had liver disease.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
I'm sorry
and
to hear that.
And thankfully though, since I'm now there, you guys have helped me with medications and stuff like that, so everything's kind of working
under control. That's great.
Yeah.
So it sounds like since you've gotten in contact with us and everything, that we've really gotten you on the right track to where you're wanting to be.
You've helped me come a long way, and hopefully keep going up. Hopefully help me. I haven't really done too many drugs lately, just kind of whenever with my friends and stuff. So hopefully I can continue to work on that.
Yeah, definitely. We can talk about that. Also, I want, before we move on, you said that you had stayed on couches, you'd stayed in the shelters. Do you have your own place now?
Oh yes. I don't even know why it just slipped my mind. After I did get my birth certificate, you guys helped me get a deposit on an apartment, and I just moved in about a month ago, actually.
That is exciting.
Yes.
How do you like it?
It's still too new to even believe. Obviously, I forgot about it, but I mean, it's exciting. I'm really excited about it. It's nice to have a place to call my own and be able to get away from everybody and everything.
Yeah, definitely. So you said that you don't have a job. Do you have access to food? I know you have shelter. Do you have food also?
Yes. You guys actually helped me set me up with a couple of food banks, so I'm using them right now until I do get a job and help me on my way.
Yeah, that's great. So, You've mentioned some issues that you're still kind of struggling with. It sounds like you've come a long way, but there's still some things that you want to work on. Would it be okay to make a list and then we could just address them one by one? So the first thing that stuck out to me was your drinking.
Yes.
You used to drink a lot. You say you're not drinking so much now. How much are you drinking now, on a daily?
I would say just a few times a week, just whenever it's around and stuff.
Okay. And then your drugs, is that the same? Just recreational?
Usually just whenever my friends come over, they have some and we just hang out and stuff. So it's not real. I don't really think it's an issue at this point. But I mean, I like to look into it, but I mean, I don't really do it enough to think about it.
Okay. Well, we can talk about that in a minute. It sounded like your last issue was that you're still looking for a job.
That's a big one. I really need a job because you guys have helped me with the deposit, and I have some money saved up for my other jobs that I've been working on the side still, but I mean, I'm going to have to start paying rent, so it's a big thing.
Yeah, it sounds like that's really important to you, so we'll try to work through that also. Just because this is your last visit with us, we're going to set you up with what you need, to address the issues that you're still having. So I've actually made a list, excuse me.
That's okay.
Of references here in town for you, and we'll go over that in a few minutes, but I have it laid out here, so that'll be a huge help.
Yes.
So we've agreed that your drugs and alcohol are a problem. You don't think it's a very big deal.
No, I really don't. I mean, I don't depend on them or anything, so.
Right. I would like to I have 2 different questionnaires. One strictly for alcohol, one strictly for drugs. They each have 10 questions, and it just kind of gauges the severity of how much you are drinking. So if it's not a big deal, fine, we can still look into that. But I just kind of want you to answer these questions and us go from there. Do you feel comfortable with doing that?
Yeah, I mean, do they get reported anywhere or?
No, they'll stay in your file here. They won't go out to anyone else unless you transfer to somewhere and you want them sent there. You would have to sign off. So.
Yeah, just a little worried because with me looking for a new job, I just don't want anything to help me because I know a lot of places do drug tests.
Right.
And so just
that's totally understandable, but no, we would never share any of that with any prospective job interviews. So this is the alcohol one. We'll do this one first. It's called the audit. I can either read the questions to you, and you can ask me if you have any questions about them, or else you can read it yourself. It's whatever you prefer.
Probably you, because I'm not. Try to help me understand a little bit better.
If you have any questions, just stop me.
Okay.
It's strictly about alcohol, and it's just in the last 12 months.
It's not drugs, just alcohol.
Right, and it's alcohol refers to any kind of beer, wine, liquor, anything that contains alcohol at all.
Okay.
And whenever it says drinks, it just means an individual beer or glass of wine or, just an individual drink. So, Number 1, how often do you have a drink containing alcohol? Can you read the options?
Yeah, I would say 2 to 3 times a week. Not really. I don't consider that a lot. So.
Okay. And how many drinks containing alcohol do you have on a typical day when you are drinking on those 2 to 3 days?
When I'm drinking, I probably just say 3 or 4 meals usually.
Okay.
So.
How often do you have 6 or more drinks on one occasion?
Oh, not very often. I would say less than within a month.
Okay. How often during the last year have you found that you were unable to stop drinking once you started?
Never.
That's good.
Yeah.
How often during the last year have you failed to do what was normally expected of you because of your drinking?
Never.
Okay. How often during the last year have you needed a first drink in the morning to get yourself going after a heavy drinking session?
Never. I just don't feel like I drink that much.
Right. Okay. How often during the last year have you felt guilt or remorse after drinking?
A lot of times when I start to think about my family, that's usually when I start to feel it. I would say maybe less than once a month.
Okay. How often during the last year have you been unable to remember what happened the night before because of your drinking?
I wish I could say never, but there was one instance where that happened.
So less than monthly?
Yeah.
Have you or someone else ever been injured as a result of your drinking?
No.
Okay. Has a friend, relative, or doctor or health worker been concerned about your drinking or suggested you cut down?
Yeah, but it's been a while. It was when we first came over here.
Okay. So now we'll just add up the scores.
Okay.
And you scored a 7. So basically you can read where it says scoring the audit. Mm-hmm. It looks like your drinking is a little bit more of an issue than you had. It's a little bit more severe than you thought, because if you would have scored 1 point higher, you would have met the criteria for going to like an inpatient treatment center.
Oh my gosh, I wouldn't have even thought that, because I really don't depend on it or anything.
Right. And, you going to an inpatient center would really not be good for you right now. You just got your apartment. You would probably have to cancel that lease. Mm-hmm. So I think that this is definitely something that we would want to further work on. Mm-hmm. Do you agree?
Yeah. How does that work, since this is like my last visit with you guys?
Well, that's the list that I have for you.
Oh, okay.
A lot of these specialize in people who are struggling with drinking.
Okay.
So I could just refer you to them, and you can set up an appointment, and they will continue to work with you.
Okay.
We're not just going to leave you on your own to fend for yourself.
Yeah.
We'll set you up with the help that you need.
Okay.
And I can make a copy of this for you so that you can have it, so you can read it over and you can understand everything. Okay, last one. This one is about your drug use. Okay. It's the same thing the last 12 months. Mm-hmm. The words drug abuse refer to illegal drugs, prescription drugs, or over-the-counter drugs. And the deal with the prescription or over-the-counter, it means if you're not using them how they're specifically supposed to be used, or if you're abusing them, basically.
Okay.
So, number 1, have you ever used drugs other than those required for medical reasons?
Yes.
Do you abuse more than one drug at a time?
I don't think so. Usually just whatever he has, and it's usually only one.
Okay. So no. Are you always able to stop using drugs when you want to?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever had blackouts or flashbacks as a result of your drug use?
Oh, I would say a few times, yes.
Okay. Do you ever feel bad or guilty about your drug use?
Mm-mm.
Do your friends or family ever complain about your involvement with drugs?
Yeah.
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 Have you neglected your family because of your use of drugs?
Yeah, I feel like it sometimes.
Okay. Have you engaged in illegal activities to obtain drugs?
No, never.
Have you ever experienced a withdrawal symptoms or felt sick when you stopped taking the drugs?
No.
Okay. Have you had medical problems as a result of your drug use?
Yeah, I think I've had a few issues.
Okay. Hopefully the issues that we've helped you address.
Yeah, we're working on
a result
of
the drugs. Okay, so let's add those up. Okay, so you scored in the moderate level.
Okay. What does that mean?
So it says that you would need further investigation. So I think that just like along with your drinking, you should be set up with someone to help you manage your drug use.
Okay.
It's definitely not as minimal as you thought it was.
So am I going to have to see somebody else for that?
Well,
or along with the alcohol? I mean, I don't have a job right now, so affordabilities.
Right. No, the first, see if on this list that I printed for you, the first 5 of them specialize in substance abuse and drinking. So you can make an appointment with one of them to handle both options. But we'll go over that pretty soon.
Okay.
So now that we've identified how severe your habits are and that they're a little bit more of an issue than we originally thought, let's establish some goals that you can continue for each one.
Okay.
The first issue is your drinking.
Okay.
Let's imagine that it's way in the future and you no longer have an issue with your drinking. What would that look like to you?
Probably like right now, it just feels like every time I get stressed or anything, I want to drink. That's how I cope. So probably in the future, maybe if I didn't have that need to want to drink.
Okay, so if you did not have the desire to drink, that would mean that you were completely resolved of your drinking problem. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what would it take to get there?
Well, I definitely think probably still seeing somebody. Because we've addressed it over the year. We haven't really addressed it that much. So I think realizing that may be a bigger problem, maybe just still seeing somebody.
Yeah, I think a great first step would be, setting an appointment with someone to address those issues, someone who specializes in alcohol abuse. So how does this sound for you, for your first goal?
Okay.
Within 1 week, you would have picked someone off this list that I'm giving you, called them, and set up an appointment. Does that sound doable?
Yeah, I think I can do that.
Okay. And then also, do you think that you could call the office here or someone on the team and let them know that you've set that up so that we know?
Yeah, do I need to call you or do I just call the same people and they'll let you know? Or?
Yeah, you can just call the same number that you called to set up an appointments here and everything. But I think that would be a great first step.
Okay.
It's so important for us to refer you to someone who specializes in alcohol abuse so that we can just make sure that you're on the right track and you're going to keep improving your life. This is your last session here, but we want you to continue to keep making healthy steps and continuing to better yourself.
Okay.
So I think the same thing, I think we could use the same goal for your drug use also, because since a lot of these counselors specialize in both, you can pick one. So within a week, you can pick one, call and set an appointment. That covers both your 2 goals.
Okay.
So since we made goals for your first 2 issues, the third thing that you wanted help with is finding a job. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So is there anything that you're passionate about or that you really enjoy doing?
I just enjoy doing a lot of busy work, like something to keep me busy. I don't like a lot of downtime. I like talking with people and interacting, so stuff like that.
Yeah, those are great qualities to have. I think it would really help at this point for you to go to the Career Center. Are you familiar with that at all?
I've never even heard of the Career Center before.
Okay, it is an awesome place. They help you make resumes. They help you fill out job applications. They actually do job training and placement. If there's a certain job you want and you need some kind of training or certification, they'll help you completely along the way, and it's totally free of charge.
Oh, good.
It's really
free of charge is good for anything.
It's an amazing place to go. You need to make an appointment to go there. It's not drop-in, so you would have to call there and set up a time for you to go. Do you think that would be a good first step for you? Does that sound like somewhere that you would want to go?
Yeah, it sounds like it sounds like a good place. Are they close here? Because I have troubles with transportation still and everything.
Yeah. They're less than a mile from this location.
Oh, awesome.
So if you can get here, it's just right. You probably have. But no, I have a sheet of their information, their business card, their phone number, and it has the address and phone number and everything that you could need.
Do I have to dress up or anything when I go there?
To go to the Career Center?
Yeah.
No, you'll make the appointment and you can go just your outfit right now would be fine. It's completely casual.
Okay.
When they set you up with an actual interview, you'll want to dress business casual probably. But they partner with different organizations and they can help you get a really nice outfit completely free.
Awesome.
But you can worry about that whenever you get that far.
Okay.
So what do you think a good time frame would be for you to call and make an appointment with your career center?
I could probably just do it at the same time that I do my other appointments, just make all my appointments at lunch.
Yeah, so whenever you call to make your appointment with one of those counselors, so within a week?
Yeah, I think within a week is good.
Okay, so within 7 days, you'll call one of these counselors for your drug and alcohol meeting, and then you will call the career center and set up an appointment.
Yes.
Sounds good.
For the counselors and stuff, I guess I just had a few more questions.
Okay.
So like I know, I don't pay you guys. I don't pay you guys or anything like that. Are they affordable or without?
The majority of them are on a sliding scale fee, and it says on the list here. Let's go over the list real quick.
Because I know I have like Medicare and stuff like that, but I don't know if it covers for this type of stuff.
Right. Well, see, like these 3 each say sliding scale fee. So whatever you're making, and if you're not making anything right now, they'll completely work with you.
What is the sliding scale fee? I don't really know what that is.
The sliding scale is basically, it's just a certain percentage of whatever your income is.
Okay.
So if you make a lot, you pay a little bit more. If you don't make very much, your payments are very minimal. Okay. So if you're not making anything right now and you are on Medicaid, they'll take that into consideration.
Okay, good.
You'll only have to pay with, what you can afford right now. So I think that one of these 3 would be a great fit for you. If you want, would you like to choose one now, or do you want to go home and research it? Do you prefer seeing a man or a woman?
Probably a woman. I feel more comfortable talking with another woman.
Yeah, that's understandable. Well, only one is on a sliding scale fee as a woman, so if you would like, I think that would be a great fit for you. And I've heard really good things about her also.
Okay.
So whenever you get home, I'll put a star by that one, and you can call that one if that's the one that you choose.
All right, thank you.
No problem. So now that we're coming to an end of our visit, I'm kind of sad that I'm just now getting to meet you and now it's already over.
Yeah.
But do you have any concerns or anything else that you want to talk about?
Well, I mean, I'm just a little nervous since this is my last visit. You guys have helped me so much, and I feel a lot more confident leaving now, but just still a little nervous that I don't have that support there.
Right. I really think that just because you're not working with us, I think you'll be able to find that support with like this woman or whoever you choose from this list. They're going to work right alongside you just like we did. They have the same goals for you. They want to see you succeed. And I think that you'll really feel comfortable and confident whenever you meet with them.
Okay.
So all the goals that we've made, do they all line up with what you want? You think they're attainable?
I think they're simple goals, and I think I can definitely do that within this next week. I really need to start getting on the right track with when I do get a job, they're going to do the drug screening, so I do have to stop that. And that's something I've been thinking about a lot lately anyway, so yeah, I think it's on the right track.
Yeah, and just the fact that you can see that you do, need to stop drinking and doing drugs to hold a good job, that shows that you are wanting to try and you're wanting to make the effort, and I think that can go a really long ways. So you feel comfortable with everything that we've talked about?
Yeah, so far, I'm really sad that this is my last visit with everybody around here, but I'm happy too, because I feel like maybe I am graduating or something.
And we're all really, really proud of how far you've come.
I feel like you guys have helped me get that far away, so I'm pretty happy with that.
And just throughout the office, it sounds like you've made really great relationships with everyone here, and everyone is proud of you.
I know, it's kind of sad because I was walking through today and I just see so many. I feel like I've met with almost all the people here, so it's sad.
I think kind of about have.
Yeah, it's kind of sad just walking by, and everybody says that it's not my last time seeing them, that I'm still gonna see them, just just not as helpful and stuff like that, because programs over. So
yeah, and we would always love for you to just pop in every once in a while whenever you can and let us know how you're doing. You know, you have a house now. Hopefully you'll have a job soon. Then you can, you know, save up money to buy a car.
Yeah.
Like your future is looking really bright.
I know. I'm hoping that in the next few years I can just pop in and be like, hey, here I am. I've done well. Hopefully I'm gonna try to reconnect with my family too, and so.
Those are great things, and I wish you the best. It was really nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
All right.